Hello and welcome to World of Tanks with me, Marimo. Today we're taking a quick look at the T-34-2, the Dash 3, which is basically the same as the Dash 2, but with a bigger gun. Why? Because Chinese efficiency. That's why. So, game starts off and you can clearly see the OI there has said in chat, why. The reason for that is, I believe, I don't actually know, that the T-71 on our team has put "we lose" into the game. I'd ignored him in a previous game because he was just going around doing that. And, you know, it's just not useful. You go around, you say that we're going to lose, and generally that demotivates the team enough to make you lose, even if you were going to win. So, you know, you get one strike on my lists and then, you know, I ignore you and move on with my life because I'm here to play a game and not lose all the time. So, quick aspects of the Overlord map. You can see that I'm constantly flicking over to the left of my tank, over to the western side of the map. The reason I do that is because Overlord is notorious for lemming trains. Everyone seems to love the western flanks. Everyone loves the beaches, everyone loves the little hills that they use over there, and frankly it's not my cup of tea. I prefer this eastern flank. There's a lot more bushes, there's a lot more cover, you can get a little bit of scouting in, you can get a little bit of TDing in, you can get a little bit of everything. It's a nice little spot to have. And the team is sort of lemming train. There's a Skoda over here with me, a Type 59, T-150 hanging out with the artillery, having a bit of a picnic, sharing some stories with them, I'm sure. And the heavies and Nashorn, and I think that might be the chariots here or something. There's lemming trained over to the west, which, you know, it's not too bad of a matchmate so far. We seem to have spread out reasonably evenly. We've got the Type 59 and the T-34-3 over here, so yeah, we should be able to handle this flank. So I get bored waiting around and spotting, and I move up. And this is where I realise that I've saved up a lot of luck with World of Tanks, because this happened. So that's one. 11-second reload on this gun, which, you know, when you're taking out a tank with 770 hit points is a problem. Unless, of course, you do that. 2 in a row, because RNG, that's why. So, yeah, 2 shots fired, 2 ammo racks. So, that's not the end of the hilarity, but that is definitely something you're not going to see very often. So, Type 59 has gone over to the other flank to take out the Centurion. He should be able to deal with it, so I go after the KV-4. And the KV-4 is not very fast, so I reverse out the way of his turrets. This is how you do a circle of death on someone who has no idea what they're doing. If he was reversing, I couldn't do this, but nah, look at that. Slowly, taking my time, reversing. Oh god. Artillery put that poor sod out of his misery, so at least he got to go back to the garage with some level of dignity left. So, yes, after that hilarity, we're actually going forth to the enemy camp. The lemming train isn't actually a lemming train. They've actually managed to do something. Huzzah. So that's brilliant. But we start moving on towards the cap, and things seem pretty okay. I'm sort of waiting around for the artillery to pop up. There's a tank destroyer back there, which is, yeah, it's I'm not really bothered about it. More interested in the cap. And then I spot the OHO. Not a lot of penetration on this gun, so I switch out to the high explosive anti-tank, which does well against the Japanese heavies because they're very boxy. And so I aim, and this is miraculous. Look at this. As he's going over the side of the cliff, right into the side of the turret. That was a lucky shell and a half. So I thought that was the game over for me, so I thought, you know, I'll cap. Why not? Someone's going towards our cap. A few of them are going to try and reset their cap. Not really much going on. It's kind of even Stevens at the moment. just sit in the cap, take whatever shells I can get. Artillery takes out the TD there. Useful kill. Puts us at 10-9. I go over to this side because this is the only real area they can defend the cap from now. And, you know, nothing really comes up. The LTTB and the Type 59 are going down, so I think, what the hell, I'll go down as well. And then I spot the OHO. And so I press number 2. I don't double click, but I press number 2 to start reloading high explosive anti-tank. And then I spot the Yak tank. The OHO is dead, and so I drive forwards. I take the shot and I move forwards because I know I can get around him and fire a shell into his side. I ignore him and I go straight for the artillery because I know the LTTB can take him out. And then I take out their artillery. Now, I don't really want to spoil the game, but the T-34-3 is not the fastest tank in the world. It's not got the best armour. It has got amazing armour in its turret, but it's not really got the best hull armour. And it's not really got the best speed. And I just don't have the speed to catch up with the T-29 or the IS-6. And this is kind of the end of the game for me, so just whilst I'm driving into the last bits of the game, I'll just quickly review it. 122mm gun, as you can see, 390 alpha damage, which is nice. 175mm penetration, which means you do need some high explosive anti-tank or some gold ammunition. The gun is pretty much the identical gun to the IS, down at tier 7 on the Soviet line, which is reasonably good. Gun depression, non-existent, it's Chinese. Gun ascension, yeah, whatever, it's not really that important. I mean, it's got a fair amount, but yeah, whatever. The mobility of the tank is not quite as good as you'd like because of the lack of armour. It's kind of a peekaboo tank. You fire your shot and then you reverse. If you bounce the shot, you are fucking lucky and you thank the gods that it happened. So, overall, I'm going to give the tank I'd say a good 7, 8 out of 10. Definitely not a beginner tank, but definitely something that a good player can do well with. And on that note, I'll leave it to the LTTB to kill the T-29. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.